Greetings, Mikal here. Today I want to talk more about life purpose. I have talked about that before in previous videos, and I want to elaborate a little bit further because there is a lot happening these days about people offering to help you find your life purpose, and that's all good. The more we do that, the better. However, there are a few things that is really useful to be aware of when we go on to that quest of discovering what our life purpose is or deciding what our life purpose is. And one of the key elements in this is for most people, when they look at what their life purpose is or being asked what their life purpose is, are looking in the direction of what is it that I should be doing with my life. Should I do business or not? Should I get this job or that career or that career, and so on. So it is more often than not focused on the doing. However, the reality is that we are human beings before we are human doings. And who we are defines what we do more than what we do defining who we are. So it's the being that comes first before the doing. So therefore, when we're looking for our life purpose and what to do with our life, it is really, really important that we have a very close look at who is it we want to be as a being rather than as a doing. So we have the classical question that we ask children, and they have kind of the classical way of answering it because they kind of have been conditioned to how you answer those questions. So when an adult comes to a child and asks, what do you want to be when you grow up? And generally what you get is what they want to be doing, not who they want to be. So what do you want to be when you grow up? And you get something like, oh, I want to be a fireman, or I want to be a nurse, or I want to be a plumber, or whatever it might be. Now, can you imagine those high school interviews where you go in as a student to the careers advisor? And the advisor might ask you, okay, so what do you want to be when you leave school? And can you imagine the student going, well, I want to be happy, confident, excited, and passionate. I would kind of like to be a fly on the wall to see how the career advisor is going to deal with that one. But that's really what I would like to be hearing if I was in that position. Because if that's who you want to be, then it is very, very easy to design what you need to be doing in relation to that. That is much easier than going about it the other way around. And the reality is that it actually doesn't matter what you do in life, really. What really matters is who you are. And if you are confident and if you are happy, then whether you're cleaning toilets or running an international corporation doesn't matter, because you're getting what you really want, which is to be happy, to be fulfilled, to be excited, whatever it is you want. And you can have that in a multitude of ways, whether you run your own business or not, whether you have a low-paying job or a high-paying job, whether you are devoting yourself to a career or whether you're just working the minimum amount of hours and then doing something else for the rest of the hours of your life. Because it's really not about a career or a job, it's about life. And for the first many years of your life, you don't have a career, you don't have a job. And for the last few years of your life, you probably don't have a career or job either. But both of those ends are still a part of life. And it's still important to have a sense of who am I here to be. So when you're looking at your life purpose, whether you're using support from others or coaches or you're doing it on your own, be really careful not to go down the path of the doing and really focusing on who is it you want to be as a human being. And the last thing to that today, and we can elaborate on that later on or in the future if you want me to, is how do we discover or find what our life purpose is? And there are a number of different ways. I have designed my own way of doing this as a coach and coaching people doing this for many years. But one thing I want to share here very briefly to finish today is that there is no one way, particularly in the sense that there is a masculine and there's a feminine, which typically is men and women, as most men are primarily masculine in essence, and most women are primarily feminine in essence. So the essence of your life purpose is not different from men and women, in the sense that it's not that men on this side will have a certain kind of purpose with their life and women on this side will be radically different. No, not at all. However, the process you need to go through to discover or decide what your life purpose is radically different between the masculine and the feminine, in general between men and women. Because the way that you function as a human being in one of those two camps determines what works best for you. So one process, say over here, that works really well for males or for the masculine, for men, is not that likely to work that well over here in the field of the feminine. And almost every human being has more of masculine essence or feminine essence. It's very unusual to have a complete balance, half and half, half and half. So for most of you, if you're a male, you need to approach this question in a different way than if you're a female. So just have that awareness as you're going into this, and allow yourself to ask sort of deeper inside yourself, not inside here, but inside here, whether you're a male or female. It's still in here. And the discovery process is then different whether you are more masculine essence, more feminine essence. So there's a few things here today I want to share with you around discovering or finding or deciding on your life purpose that I hope is useful for you in that process. And for most of us, it's an ongoing process. It's not that, okay, here I got it and it's set for the rest of our lives. Sometimes it is like that. Mostly it is not. As we become more and more aware as we go through life, and we get deeper and deeper insights into who we are and what life is, our life purpose has a tendency, it's not that it's changing, it's just we are becoming more in tune with who we are and what it is that we really want. Not what we think we want, not what we have been conditioned to that, what we should want, but what we really, truly, deeply want. So my invitation to you is to, if you're not already on this journey, get on it. If you're on it, good on you, stay on it. And if you want any support in any shape or form with that, feel free to get in touch. So wishing you all the best with your life and your life purpose. Till next time.